Hi everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. It's been a minute since I checked in on the IG. I do hope that you guys are hanging in and keeping the positive mental attitude as we go into fall. And wow, what a year it has been. But I did wear my sparkly sweatshirt in honor of having a conversation, or at least having a little one-sided conversation about some of my favorite gems from the darker end of the spectrum. I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about black and gray diamonds and why I love them, and also their alternative in the semi-precious spectrum, which would be, in my humble opinion, the gray moonstone and the black tourmalined or rutilated quartz. So I'm going to talk a little bit about those, and as always, I welcome questions. And I'm just so happy to know that we are about to enter into one of the most beautiful seasons of the year, and that we are going to then move into all the holidays of the year, or many of the holidays of the year, the red letter days as they call it, and eventually this flip from 20 to 21. So yeah, let's get into the good shiny stuff though, shall we? So pretty standardly, when we're playing with black diamonds, there are two different ways that they can be cut. So I thought I'd just quickly run through. This is the faceted, so this would be a full cut black diamond. And as you can see, it has a really sparkly surface. So even though it is an opaque stone, you're really getting a lot of reflection and shine and twinkle from the faceted surfaces of the stone. Obviously there's no light reflected through it because it's solid, unlike a normal, what you think of as a white or a champagne diamond. They're going to be transparent, and that allows for light to come in and come out and make those like rainbowy prismatic reflections. But with the black diamond, you're really just getting the shine from the surface. So the second way that we have black diamonds cut are with the rose cut. In this shape, you're seeing that it's flat on one side, so this would be the underside. It would sit, really flat on your finger if it was a ring or in a necklace or an earring. But the beauty of the rose cut is that there's much less carat weight to this stone, but you're also still going to get a lot of sparkle because the surface is faceted, and it's even more faceted than the round. They're almost, it's called a rose cut because the faceting sort of emulates that. Something that would kind of be akin to like a stained glass window. There's a lot of different sort of surface facets that kind of make like a dome. I call them candy dots because I think they remind me of those candies that you used to eat off the paper when you were a little kid. But yeah, so that's a rose cut black diamond versus a full cut black diamond. And here we have black diamonds in tiara bands. This is black diamond Melly, which you can see is still got a little bit of twinkle to it. Not as much as a larger black diamond just due to the size of the stones. But you can see here, this is the Luna tiara and this is the Grand tiara. And they really do make for a nice complement to either a white diamond ring or a gray diamond ring, or they can be mixed in with other like white diamond Melly bands. When we talk about gray diamonds, I know I go over this again and again, and we call out all the really cool things that they remind us of in the copy that we post and write when we write about gray diamonds. But you can see just from this little box alone, gray is a very broad, beautiful spectrum. And there are going to be gray diamonds that are very solid, that we call more like galaxy, or even like a painted black, where it almost feels like it's black, but there's wisps of clear and light gray within it. And then there are some gray stones that even feel more on the spectrum of like a moonstone, where they're just like a hazy kind of overall, like a little bit more opacity, but still that kind of twinkle and color of the gray. And then, in between, they are like snowflakes. There's just a lot of different things. So I'll show you a few of these up close just so that you can kind of get a comparison on them. So we'll talk about some of the smaller diamonds, including the tiny gray. So this is gray Melly in an attelage band, which I think is really beautiful. You can see that they're also still quite sparkly, but that they look really pretty when set in the pave style. This one's getting a little pre-fall equinox cleaning. And not to be left out are the semi-precious dark stones. There are many, many to choose from, but some of my absolute favorites, I'd say, are the rutilated quartzes and the moonstone. So this is what would be called tourmalined or black rutilated, because essentially what's happening here is there's a quartz crystal that is formed around needles of black tourmaline. Or in the case of rutile, rutile is the actual stone that it forms around. So when these were being formed, there were little thin wisp-like crystals that were happening, and within a nebulous, beautiful bit of the earth. And the clear quartz, it was almost like air around them or water around them that crystallized and became solid. And without breaking any of those fine filaments, it like captured them inside. I'll show you this stone and a few others up close, but it's really beautiful. We use these in a lot of our Bia Arrow and Bia Solitaire. We use them in amulets. We use them across the whole series, really, but they're beautiful stones, and they're a great alternative to black diamond because of the pricing. So in the gray spectrum, a beautiful alternate to the gray diamond would be a gray moonstone. You can see from this piece, it's like a beautiful, luminous, hazy, very evenly colored gray, and they're beautiful when they're faceted. Again, this one's cut as an emerald, so that would be something that you see in one of our Bia or Bia Arrow styles. But we use these in the Luna pair, East-West. They appear in a lot of the fine jewelry, like some rosette studs and other pieces. Here are my semi-precious stones I was talking about. This is the gray moonstone, which you can see is getting a little luster in the light here. And then this is the rutilated quartz with the encapsulated black. Just for scale, this is a piece of rutile up close. And to quickly button it up, in case you're wondering, my new favorite hairdo is asymmetrical in honor of Meridian. I've been doing this little pearl jam, just for fun. In case you were wondering why it was not so messy, contrasted with messy. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.